Hey everybody, I am driving along in Northern Kentucky here, and we are having this study session today in your small group about the power of a relationship. And of course, with it being right now as I'm filming this, it is 2 days till Mother's Day. And a funny conversation that Sherry and I used to have. Sherry used to tell me, I feel bad for you and for Father's Day because Mother's Day lands near the end of the school year, and when the kids were little, the teachers would get them to color pages, make drawings, make crafts. They get to bring those things home and shower them onto their moms, and then Father's Day's in the middle of June and school's not happening. It's just a different feel. It's going to have to be the moms to probably make the kids remember that it actually is Father's Day, so on and so forth. And so there's some fun with that. But another thing I've come to discover is how shafted moms seem to get as well. Like, especially, we've been trying to do this thing where on Mother's Day, we have a meal at our home for not only, of course, Sherry and Sherry's mom and family who come in, and we want to try to do that because there was one time on Mother's Day we decided we were going to Olive Garden, and I kid you not, we left there right after church in the morning, went to Olive Garden. I don't believe we got home till 6 p.m. It was crazy. So we went to this, let's do this at home, but of course we don't want the moms to have to cook, so we're going to cook. Well, my cooking prowess, let's just say the Lord did not gift me in that area at all. I can grill, but that's about it. So at the end of the day, if I'm cooking for Sherry, she's having to make all the sides and kind of still get everything ready except for the main course that I can grill, because that's all I can do is grill. So she's still having to work. So you kind of see both angles of that. And I guess I'm saying all that to say this, is that at the end of the day, when it comes to having a relationship like a relationship with a mother or your wife or someone you really love and care about, you want to find ways to just show them how much you love them. And in special occasions like Mother's Day, you really kind of go all out. But I had this thought about that. What if that was the only time we ever tried to really accentuate how much we love someone, was on a holiday that's about them? And if everything in between, we were just kind of whatever, that would be kind of horrible. And it made me think of this. It makes me wonder if somehow we treat God that way. That we just kind of live our life of worship and love and commitment to God in between the big God moments, the big God glamour moments where He did this really cool thing in my life and yay God, and then when that doesn't happen for a while, we're kind of just like, wow, does He hear my prayers? Does He, where is He? Or we just kind of maybe don't think as much about Him at all until the next big God glamour moment where He does something really cool, or there's maybe even another holiday where we talk about Him and think about Him more. And there's even times I wonder if sometimes maybe God gets tired of putting on a show for us, always trying to show, hey, I'm here. I do exist. I am real. I made you. And I'm saying all this to say that's, to me, the power of a relationship lies in the daily grind. It lies in the times where we're just together. We're just continually in conversation. We're continually in touch. And I know what's going on with God, and He knows what's going on with me. Imagine having the kind of relationship with God like you have with someone who's your best friend, someone who you get to just talk to. When I first met Sherry, she asked me out on the first date, by the way, while we were in college. But we had this 1 month gap between her asking me on that formal to go with her to the formal at college. And so in that 1 month, I wanted to get to know her. I wanted to spend time with her, and no one had to make me do that. I was so highly motivated. If I was not in class, if I wasn't committed to do anything else, I wanted to talk to her or hang out with her, get to know her. And I look back at that time and just how much. I was motivated to just get to know her and be with her. And here's the thing. I believe that this is what life as a Christian can be like. It is the power of an actual relationship where we don't have to be told to do this. We want to hang out with God. We want to know Him. We don't want to be the guy that's just in the mosh pit cheering on God, like, God, you are awesome. We're such fans of yours. No, we want to be the one that's in the tour bus. Wherever He goes, we know Him intimately and we hang out with Him. And it's what happens in between the big God glamour moments where the real relationship happens. In Matthew 7, we have this very scary passage where Jesus basically says, there's going to come a time when someone says, Lord, Lord, we cast out demons in your name and we did miracles in your name. And they're going to hear God say, we don't even know each other. Do I know you? We don't have a relationship with each other. And there's so much we can say about that passage. But the bottom line to me is that the most important thing is relationship. And in that passage, it says, you do the will of God. Those who know me and hear my voice, they do the will of God. And in John 10, Jesus talks about my sheep know my voice and they hear me and they obey me. This is the indication that we are actually in a relationship with God is the fact that we obey Him. That's the indication of that. And that may sound weird because you think about all your other relationships. Well, do I know that I'm in a relationship with Sherry because I obey her? Is that really the nature of our relationship? But here's the thing. The reason that is the indication that we're in a relationship with God is because we actually know Him and we spend time with Him and we're used to His voice. And we've read the Bible and we've prayed and we have this interaction with God that is so consistent that when God is moving us to do something, there's less confusion about that because we've been in touch with Him. We don't have to get oriented to God because we've only been living from God glamour moment to God glamour moment. No, we are continually in relationship with Him. So therefore, we know when He wants us to move and when He wants us to stop and what He wants us to change and how He wants us to live. And so the true indication of a relationship with God is our obedience to God. And therefore, that our next step in order to be in that kind of a relationship, to experience the power of knowing God like that, is to just be consumed with being with God. It's all about His continual presence. We live for the momentary amazement of God when He just wants us to experience continual presence with God, with Him. And that's the shift we have to make. We have to make this shift of, you know what, I don't want to just live moment to moment with God and just say, yay, God, on those moments. What if I can know Him daily? What if I can feel His presence daily? What if I can know Him intimately? That's what God is asking you to do. He invites you to that. He wants that. He desires that. That's not just for the elite. That's for anybody who's willing to be a part of the daily grind of a walk with Him. So as you discuss this together in your groups, I hope that maybe as you talk about that, what does that look like? What do we have to do to move from momentary amazement to continual presence? What have maybe you've done to experience that? And so talk about that together and then pray for one another, asking the Lord to say, to help you to be able to say, I am actually not going to settle for just living from God glamour moment to God glamour moment, from wow to wow. To ask God to help you guys to not settle for that anymore, but instead to pursue a relationship with Him, because here's the thing, God is absolutely pursuing a relationship with you. But it's up to us to say, okay, let's do this. I want to know God. I want to know Him daily. So enjoy talking about that together. Enjoy your prayer time together. And let's all be in awe of the power that we can experience from just being in a relationship with God.